everyone. Please don't be mad that it's been like a billion years since I vlogged. We've had a lot going on, and don't worry, I'm going to tell you all about it right now. So, I looked on YouTube. It's been 2 weeks since I did my last vlog. I'm really sorry. I know that this is how I keep people in the loop, but it's been crazy here, just crazy. So we left off with Mom and Edward's birthday, my little snuggle buddies, and then I went and played Quidditch that weekend, and I can't remember if I told you guys that, and I'm way too lazy to actually go listen to my own vlog. So if I didn't tell you about it, it was so much fun. It was freezing cold. I could not feel my hands, and it's much more aggressive than American, like high school Quidditch. For those of you who saw me play Quidditch in high school, which is none of you. I was a seeker, very hands-off. The snitch, the little gold thing, couldn't really touch you. This one could like pick you up and throw you on the ground, so not thinking I'm actually going to be playing that anymore because it seems a bit dangerous, but what can you do? So that was terrifying. Last week, the teachers at the University of Glasgow went on strike. They striked from the Monday the 18th until, or no, actually they striked, yeah, Monday the 18th until this Wednesday. So that's, no wait, that's not right. Monday the 18th, oh, now I see. Okay, no, they struck from Monday the 25th until this past Wednesday. So it was 8 days. They're striking for pensions, which meant we didn't have any classes, which meant we just like worked a bunch, which is boring. We weren't really with people, so that sucks. But so the week after my Quidditch match, the week of the 18th, we did pretty much nothing during the week because that was our last week of classes before the strike happened. So we just worked a bunch. We watched the new Elijah Schlesinger Netflix special. So good, so funny. And then I forced all my friends to watch our wedding video, which everyone should go do right now because it's amazing. And then that weekend, we went to a Christmas market in Edinburgh. Robert and I did. It was so much fun. Their market is bigger than Glasgow's. Glasgow's is just Glasgow's is just like one like a horseshoe almost, and Edinburgh's goes back and forth, and it like you have to cross a train track station thing like with trams, and so it was a lot of fun. The colors were beautiful. So the first day we got there, we went straight to the market, ate like 6 things of mini pancakes. So good. The only place you can find mini pancakes is Edinburgh. So, or not really just Edinburgh. You can find them in Glasgow in like one restaurant and then like the booth. Anyway, besides the point. So we went through all the booths, the beautiful colors. You'll see pictures about it like right after I'm done talking about it. And it was gorgeous. And we ate at the thing where I got like tomato soup in a bread bowl, which I've never gotten at Panera. So I decided I was going to get it here. And the bread bowl was honestly the best part, which I'm sure surprises none of you, that I just wanted to eat the bread the whole time. So that was delicious. And then we just walked around, and it was really, the lights were beautiful. Everyone was so nice there. It was really cold, and I didn't look at the weather to see that it was going to be raining. So, didn't have the right shoes. Disorganized organizer right here. We also hiked to Arthur's Seat, which is where, you know, King Arthur, Sword of the Rock, Lady of the Lake situation, he like apparently had his table, which we hiked at the top. It's just this big rock. Everything's bumpy, very slippery. I highly doubt that Arthur would have been like, you know what, everyone travel from everywhere, hike up this giant mountain, and we're all gonna like spread out on this rocky, like slippery surface. That doesn't suit me. We went to another peak, like right on the other side, and it was like flat and soft and green. That is where Arthur sat. He just wanted to look cool on the top, the highest part, whatever. And then that was Friday. Saturday, we went on a Harry Potter walking tour through the city. We got to see Tom Riddle's grave, or technically Thomas Riddle, and like William McGonagall, where she got the name for Minerva McGonagall, and I can't remember who else was buried there in the cemetery. But we learned a lot about Edinburgh. We learned a lot about J.K., and right before the tour started, and I'm standing there so excited. I've got my hat that I wear and all my pictures with my 9 3/4 on it. Shout out to Gump Daddy and Nana for the hat. And I'm wearing my hat, and I'm wearing my Ravenclaw scarf, and I'm so excited, all bundled up, you know, kind of soggy. And this little kid comes running up. Obviously, we're the first ones there. Gotta get a good spot. And this little kid comes running up to me, and he's like, "It's my birthday!" He had a little number 9 badge. I'm like, "Oh, it's your birthday? That's so exciting! Happy birthday!" And he had a Harry Potter shirt on. I was like, "Do you love Harry Potter?" He said, "Yeah, I love it." Little British kid. I was like, "Oh, me too." And then his mom and sister and dad come up, and they're like, "Hi, this is Sammy. He loves Harry Potter." And I was like, "Me too!" Like, high five, high five him. And he's like, "I've read all, like, 5 of the books." I'm like, "Wow." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm starting on the 6th soon." I'm like, "That's so great." And he's like, "Who's your favorite character?" And of course, the older sister, who's like 12, she was like, "Oh, well, I've read the first one." I'm like, "Oh, that's great. Like, isn't it so awesome?" And the dad was like, "Yes, we haven't watched the movies yet. We just have read the books." I'm like, "Well, that's perfect. You're getting all the detail. Books are better than the movies anyway." So we talked about our favorite characters, and more people started coming up, and we kind of made a little semicircle, all talking. And another little kid runs up, and he has the Elder Wand, in his hand. He's pointing it at me. I'm like, "Whoa, whoa! Like, don't use weapons, like, let's put that away, sir." And he's like, quiz me. I've read everything." And so I quizzed him. He didn't know everything. He was American. He thought he did. He didn't. So I literally asked him what Harry Potter's mom's maiden name was. Like, what was her name before Potter? Nothing. Come on. I know you're like 10, but you can't claim to know everything if you're not going to know that. So anyway, everyone starts coming up, and I'm just talking to everybody. "Oh, who loves Harry Potter? I love Harry Potter." And then this woman comes over, and she's got the American symbol. I wish I could. There's no books for me to reference, but Fantastic Beasts, there's like American Ministry of Magic, and she has like the American pin. She's got on like a little hat and a little scarf, like Gryffindor colored scarf. I'm like, okay, and she's like put together, like her hair is pulled back and like a nice slick bun. I'm like, okay, this homegirl's here. I'm like, all right, everyone, like tour's starting, and they all kind of look at me and look at her, and she kind of looks around and kind of does the. She goes, "Oh, I thought you were the tour guide." I was like, "What?" And everyone kind of like was like, "Yeah, we thought you were the tour guide." I was like, "No, I'm just really enthusiastic." And then like poof, over in the corner, some guy like jumps up. He's like, "Hi, I'm Alex, and I'm your tour guide for today." And everyone was like, "Oh, okay, Alex." And then we went with Alex, and we walked around Edinburgh holding up, one of those things, chopstick wands everywhere. It was hilarious. And it was a lot of fun, and it was amazing. So that was really fun. We learned a bunch of stuff. Did you guys know that on Halloween night in the graveyard that we went to, a bunch of Death Eaters, Harry Potter lovers, a bunch of Death Eaters, like in Death Eater costume, in the weird creepy masks with torches, march like all through the cemetery until they get to Thomas Riddell's grave. And then they like have a fake duel like all Christmas night until the sun comes out. How freaking terrifying. Like at first, it's pretty cool. And then you realize like, what? That is like borderline murderous, so scary. Like, no. So that was really fun. And then we just went back to the Christmas market, and we ate dinner on Saturday night at this place that Robert's friend Kristen suggested. So good. We got so much food. You'll see in one of the pictures that that Robert took of me eating. He got a meal that Kristen suggested, and I got like mac and cheese or whatever. It wasn't very good. Too much rosemary. But then we got a chicken platter to share. I mean, amazing. I ate every single piece of it. It was so good. I felt kind of sick, but obviously I was hungry like 20 minutes later. And then we went to a comedy show. But in between the comedy show, we had like an hour and a half to just burn. So we're just walking around. We don't want to go all the way back to our hotel. And so we decided we were going to wait. We were just going to walk through town at 10 o'clock. And Robert bumps into one of his friends, Theo. So he, ran up to Theo, was like, "Hey, Theo, like, what are you doing?" And Theo, the Scotsman, was like, "Oh, we're playing a show right here. Like, the bar 2 doors down from this restaurant." So in classic Robert Hart style, he was like, "Oh, cool, I'll come watch." So we go into this bar, this crowded bar, play Trivial Pursuit by ourselves for a second while Theo sets up. And then Theo and them start playing, so we inch our way to the front, jamming and jiving, and, they're like, "Oh, Robert, like, come play with us. We've got extra picks," or whatever. So Robert goes up there, he's banjoing it up, so I'm videoing. And these guys this guy and this girl had been talking to Robert before he went to play, and they were from England, and they had, like, trained up to Edinburgh for the weekend for the market, and she had beautiful art, like gingery, like auburny hair. It was gorgeous. And it kind of looked like Victoria, for those of you watching. But she was talking to us, and so was her husband, yeah, her husband, and he was like, wait, where are you from? The United States, obviously, but what part? I was like, South Carolina, and he said, oh, say it again. I said, South Carolina, and he said, oh, say just that last word. I said, Carolina, and he was like, Carolina, and he was like trying to say it how I was saying it, and he was like, I just think Southern accents are so beautiful. I was like, you do? I don't really have that thick of an accent, friend. And he was like, oh God, it's just beautiful the way you say Carolina. And he was like trying to say it in his, British accent. It was funny. And so then I scooted away. They were both kind of drunk, and they were like really close to my face. I was like, oh, I gotta go video my husband. And like trotted off and videoed Robert. And then we went to a comedy show back at where we ate dinner, but like above them, like several stories up. And it was really small, and there was like one black guy, and like everyone who like, there was like 3 comedians and an MC, and the MC was probably the funniest one. But he came in, and he was like, all right, like who's from England? Ooh, who's from Scotland? Ooh. And then he was like, who's from anywhere else? And Robert and I were like, wow! And he said, aha, America. And we were like, yeah, America. And then he like looked out into the crowd, and he was like, one black man. He was like, great, so all the white people in here are just gonna look at you and be like, is it racist? Can we laugh at that joke? And so of course he started laughing, everyone started laughing. The MC was hilarious. The first guy, I don't remember what his name was, but he was funny too. But the other two were like kind of weird. It must be like Scottish humor, because I didn't really understand like what they were saying. But whoops, accents, crazy. So yeah, that was Edinburgh. I'll let you see the pictures now, and then I'll fill you in on what happened last weekend. Welcome to Edinburgh. We just saw Lord Voldemort's grave. Dun dun dun!
One, two, three!
As in like this teddy bear that they sell. The first America.
Okay, so you're actually not going to hear about the next weekend because after the video, I finished it, edited everything, and it all looked perfect, and it was almost 40 minutes long. So I'm cutting it in half into 2 videos and then a third one for our weekend in Strasbourg. So here's obviously part 1, and you'll get part 2 and 3 later. Thanks for watching. Bye.